What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Hope everybody's having a great day. Just got finished with the Dan Saleo Show and Philly 500, something we've been doing now for about a year. Man, every Wednesday. And I have to say, the overconfidence of Eagle fans, this is where it's kind of crazy. I'm going to tell you the best thing that I saw in training camp, okay? And I'll get to that in a second. First of all, I have not been focused on the Eagles. The only video I can think about that I've talked about the Eagles was where Jalen Hurts ended up using Jimmy Johnson's quote of fatigues makes cowards of us all. I ain't mentioned Philly 500 except for when I go on the show on Wednesdays. I haven't really been talking about the Eagles. Now, I'm literally finding out things about the Eagles just from this show this week, about their struggles in the secondary and how the offense doesn't quite seem to be in sync. The funniest thing was, with Philly 500, he'll talk about, well, Dak Prescott's throwing interceptions in practice. Okay, all right. But when it comes to the Eagles, and Dan Saleo says, well, your offense doesn't seem to be quite there, and the secondary is suspect. You definitely need another corner and a safety after you guys let go all of those veteran starters. And, of course, Philly eventually turns to it and says, well, it's just practice. It's like you can't have it both ways, man. You can't have it both ways. You can't say that with Dak Prescott, he sucks, in practice, and then turn around and say, when your team is sucking in practice, that, oh, it's just practice. Come on, man. Be consistent. That's all I'm saying. But these Eagle fans are so cocky and confident that Saquon's going to have another 2,000-yard season, that they're going to stay healthy, and they're just going to steamroll through the NFC and right back into the Super Bowl and get another ring. And I hate to tell you that the odds on that repeating are probably as good as me going out there and getting struck by lightning twice. I'm not going to go out there and find that out, but that's probably about the odds of them repeating because it does not happen that often. But hey, you do you, boo. But here's what I like seeing. And maybe this is where Jerry Jones is crazy like a fox. The whole Micah Parsons contract fiasco has done one thing really well. It has made the players coalesce around Micah Parsons. It is making those guys, like in the movie Major League, where the ownership was trying to sell the team or move the team or whatever, those guys got the attitude that it's us against them. And right now, that's where the players are. Hey, Jerry, Stephen, we love you, but we know you're not really with us. These are my boys that are there. The thing that I loved today, and like I said, I just got finished the Dan Saleo Show. Cowboys practice is just wrapped up. Everybody's getting all their clips of everything, and I haven't had a chance to do that. So, Dan Saleo, I want you to know, me coming on your show is messing up my Cowboys coverage, okay? I'm doing that for you guys, okay? So I'm behind on that. But what I did see while I was on there is that we ended up having another fight in practice. Trust me, when you're in training camp and you're fighting for a starting role and stuff, you get a little bit hot under the collar, you get a little bit heated, and, a lot of times you get a kind of pissed off. A guy will hit you, a little late, or a guy will go a little harder in a drill than you're supposed to be going because he's trying to win a spot too, and you fight. And I can remember back at JMU being scout team, right? And I'm sick of being just scout team. I'm trying to do the best I can. The offensive linemen are like, hey, you make me look good, we won't kill you. That was the starters. And I'm like, that ain't making you any better by me taking it easy. You think the guys we're going to play on Sunday are going to take it easy on you? Screw that. I'm trying to make a little name for myself. So next thing I know, I'm getting, cheap shotted and things like that. And we're fighting in practice. I remember 3 fights in one practice. Coaches, sometimes they like you to fight. Yeah, get that extra energy. Brian Schottenheimer is trying to instill a kinder, friendly, gentler team that looks out for each other. Okay? That's the first thing. He wants you to then be physical out there, but wants you to understand, I'm the one in control. This is my team and all that. And when I say something, I mean to back it up. Which means, to me, he's going to hold the players accountable. Because today, punches were thrown. And he threw out offensive tackle. I can't remember the guy's name. He's not a starter or anything. It's not like it's Tyler Smith and stuff, because there are different rules for different players and positions, okay? Kind of like in the world here. If you're a broke ass like me, they got no problem throwing your ass in jail. If you are a billionaire, well, it's a little bit different of a story. So understand it, know your class. But the thing about this was, he didn't just throw out the one player. No. This was like in Full Metal Jacket. Because that one guy kept messing up, all of you guys are going to, so we learned this lesson together. And so he's got them running sideline to sideline in practice, running sprints. And as a player, you hate running sprints. You hate running sprints in full gear. Now, it's not hot in Oxnard. Now, let's be clear here. It's not a heat wave over there, although they did have to worry for a while about a tsunami coming in. But you still don't like to run sprints. But that was Brian Schottenheimer letting you know, you can't cross this line. This is the line in the sand. And I hope that this line translates when it comes to boneheaded penalties and mistakes on the field, that these things are not acceptable and that there are ramifications to your actions. I'm not sure that was the case with Mike McCarthy, because I can remember Randy Gregory tackling offensive linemen, or I can remember Sam Williams running into kickers, or unnecessary roughness penalties. And I can remember Jason Garrett, whenever anybody did something like that, it's like, okay, we'll get him next time. It's like, no, sit your ass down. You cannot make these self-inflicted wounds that hurt the whole team. And that may be the biggest change right there. And that's how you go to changing a culture of losing. Accepting that you're getting people screwing up. It's not acceptable. We need your ass to perform without the mistakes. And Brian Schottenheimer, I applaud you for that one. All right, so let me, it's another rainy day here at the beach. That's okay, because it's cooled the weather down. And in the morning early, I'll be headed back home. And I miss being home. I can't wait to get back home. But this was definitely good to catch my breath and spend time with my bride and get ready for the football season. And let me say from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate all of you guys and all of you ladies in here that support the channel. And we're going to be working even harder to bring you great coverage of the Cowboys and bring you guys more things that you'll really enjoy. And definitely, Miss Tracy has spent a lot of time working on our website and designs on the t-shirts and stuff. And just go through and check it out. Just go through. You ain't gotta buy nothing, but go through, check it out, because we'll be doing t-shirt giveaways every time we do the live streams and stuff, and we end up having the most engaged person. We'll end up doing shirt giveaways for that, and we'll get back to super chats, putting them in the hopper and doing giveaways, and we'll be able to go ahead and pick out the shirt that you want from there, and Miss Tracy will make it. Or maybe you might want to get a shirt that's customized. Ladies, she's got a lot of really cool designs for you. And kind of one of the ones, she was like, how about this one? She said, if my tight end bothers you, maybe you need to get more D. I was like, that's for the ladies, right? I was like, that's some serious implying there. She said, I know. So definitely check it out. Alrighty, good people. I appreciate y'all. Huh? Okay, she said that one's not in there. It's not an option. But ladies, if you want that one, email me cowboysmark94 at gmail. Because I know Rhonda, I know, oh yeah, I know Rhonda will want one. Yeah. In fact, I know all y'all ladies in here. Y'all pretty hardcore. I bet all of y'all will want one of those. Peace out.